Let me take a moment and talk about Riverside.fm. It allows you to record studio quality audio and up to 4K video. When you need to record audio and video, Riverside.fm can do it. So if you're looking for a hero platform for all your recording needs, from podcasts to webinars to any video content, Riverside.fm. I've got a promo code for you where you'll receive a 30% discount on the first 3 months of your subscription. I'll give it to you twice. The promo code is SHIPIT. All one word, SHIPIT, and you'll pick up a 30% discount on your first 3 months of your subscription. Riverside.fm.
Hello, my football friends and sports friends in general. This is Darren Hayes of PigskinDispatch.com and the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Glad you could take just a few minutes of your time to go over something that's really important to me and some of the other members of the Sports History Network. Remembering the past is so ultimately important. We are always trying to find new ways to preserve football and sports history in general in its many facets. 2022 is a very ambitious year for Pigskin Dispatch, as we want to present you with some new avenues to learning about the past. One of these is a project that I teamed up with fellow Sports History Network podcast host Oz Davis on in our Number 80 Productions venture, and it's called Orville Mulligan Sports Writer. Now, it's an audio drama formatted podcast that will take the listener back to the era of the roaring 1920s, of which many refer to as the golden age of sports. Our protagonist, Orville, is a fictional young man at the dawn of sports journalism that bumps into some of the biggest athletic icons in the world at the time. We take real people and historic sporting events of the time and engage our characters in the world so that listeners hear and feel the legendary moments as close as we can get them if they were actually there 100 years ago. To accomplish such a feat, we're blessed to be associated with some very talented musicians, sound technicians, and directors. And there's many other people associated with it that really make Orville Mulligan such a special audio drama that I think you'll really enjoy. These productions, though, come at a cost, and we need your assistance to help us fund Season 1, to get these folks compensated for their talents, and to buy some of the necessary supplies and electronic things that we need to do on the internet to make it a viable audio drama to bring it to you. We've established the OMSW Kickstarter campaign to do so. That stands for Orville Mulligan Sports Writer Kickstarter campaign. But we don't ask you to fund it blindly. In the Kickstarter letter on Kickstarter's page, we've included the pilot episode for the formal introduction of our characters, as well as part 1 of our Roaring Chicago episode of the Orville Mulligan 1924 story. Please give these both a listen and then judge for yourselves if Orville Mulligan Sports Writer is worthy of your patronage and possibly some funding to help us continue the series. Spread the word about us too. If you can do it on social media or tell your friends and neighbors about Orville Mulligan in the Kickstarter page, we greatly appreciate that. We think you're going to love it, and we think they will too. So please visit the Kickstarter campaign on Orville Mulligan and also subscribe to the series on your favorite podcast provider. You can find links to both in the show notes of this podcast. Again, I thank you for your support of the Pigskin Dispatch and of the Sports Jersey Dispatch, and now I ask you to do the same for Orville Mulligan Sports Writer to help preserve football history and pay for the production costs associated of Season 1 to get it out there to the public. So thanks again for your great support and feedback.
Are you having a hard time figuring out what to get Dad for Father's Day? You should check out Row 1 Brand's Vintage Pictorum Gallery. They have America's best sports art. With over 7,200 historic sports prints, you're assured to find something unique for Dad this Father's Day. Instead of a boring old tie, get him a historic baseball photo taken by Henry High Sandham at the historic Polo Grounds Stadium in New York City during the 1894 Temple Cup. Or, if he's an NFL buff, check out the 1963 vintage NFL poster. These are so good looking that you'll be amazed how they turn out. Shop now at sportshistorynetwork.com/row1 and save 15% off your order.